Thank you very much, Liz. Uh, Welcome, everyone. I'm Kamarn Moosa from Lahore, Pakistan. And my presentation is I've just been inducted as a member, and I will be glad to just give you a short presentation of the work that I've been doing. I'd like to start with the gratitude to three persons, especially, who nominated me for the IEQ membership: Dr. Gregory Watson, Dr. Aida Lamri, and Janet Mehta. Dr. Gregory and Aida Lamri and Mr. Mehta has been very good friends, and as well as they've been supporting a lot in the promotion of the development of this field in their own countries as well as in other countries as well. I also like to give my gratitude to my mentor, Dr. Kano, who supported us for the last 20 years. I've been trained there in Japan, and he's been very kind in helping developing the quality movement in Pakistan as well. I'm also grateful to Dr. Muhammad Zairi, who has contributed tremendously in the whole Middle East, including Pakistan. Also, Dr. Mansoor Alawar in UAE, where I've worked with him in Middle East Quality Association as a Director of Research and Publication. Johani Antilla has been coming to Pakistan also and has contributed one chapter in one of my books on Practical Guide to ISO 9000. Dr. Shoji Shiba, who contributed his book to the Quality Association of Pakistan. James Harrington, Arif Kashfi, Charles Aubrey, I've been meeting in different conferences and exchanging views. Ronald from Germany, who has lately come to Pakistan also and contributing students' quality circles and so forth. So thank you, everyone, all gentlemen. Let me just start by showing you the city of Lahore, where I'm sitting now. The upper two side pictures are of the street, where food streets, where people go and eat a lot. On the upper right is the cricket players. They watch a lot of games, and including cricket is the favorite games here in Pakistan. Lower left is the great mosque in Lahore called Badshahi Mosque. In the center is Orange Train, which a project recently made in the last 3-4 years. And on the right lower is the interchange of motorway. Just to give you an introduction where I am from, the upper left is connecting Lahore, the motorway, which is connecting Lahore with other cities. The center one is the central main road of Lahore. On the right is another view of Lahore. On the lower left is the monument of Pakistan, which is called Minar-e-Pakistan. The center one is a canal which passes through the whole city. And this is what you see in summer, especially in June and July. And on the right lower side is metro train bus service. This is just to give you an introduction. This is my house and my residence. Currently, I'm just speaking in one of the rooms of my house from inside this building. Now, let me go over just a profile summary, because let me confess, this is the first ever time I'm giving a presentation on myself. I have been talking about different subjects, but not about profiles of myself. So just bear with me. I was born in 1960. Although I don't believe in these stars, but my star is Leo. I'm married with 2 sons and 2 daughters, and my hobbies include swimming and literature study and so forth. Now, the technical side, I'm basically a PhD in engineering management, master's in quality management, and bachelor's in systems engineering. With about 30 years of experience in the field of quality as practitioner, I've been practicing quality as well. And then I've been a corporate consultant in quality engineering and management, and also professor and international training in the field of quality management. with certain certifications like Six Sigma, Black Belt, Principal Auditor in IRCA, and Factory Management and Medium Skills Industry in Japan. Author of 4 books, Quality Control, which is published in Urdu, the local language, and was awarded. This was the first ever book on statistical quality control, and this was written about 25, 30 years ago, awarded by the National Book Foundation of Pakistan. The second one was Practical Guide to ISO 9000, then Quality Management Practices, and one chapter in Quality Management in Asian Pacific countries published by Pure Japan. And I wrote one of the chapter in that. Looking at the areas of interest, let me say I have about 4 areas. One area where I'm quite passionate is quality assurance and excellence in education. I've been involved with many universities, even in some schools, and for the development and promoting or building quality cultures in universities and schools. I initially started with using ISO 9000 as a model, but later on I found out it's not too customized. So I've been customizing it according to the needs of the universities and the culture and the context of educational organizations. But lately, there was a standard ISO 21001, which is organizational, educational organization management systems. I've been using that and quite interested in that. Second area of in education and quality is metacognition, that is learning to learn or thinking to think. One of the area which is quite weak, particularly in our region, is the students do not have sufficient skills on the learning process itself, and they are not aware much. So I've been promoting and going to universities and talking to a lot of students on building their capacities and abilities and even strategies of learning, developing in them so that they can grow and perform better in life. So with all like Bloom's taxonomy and all those learning goals and learning theories from the practical point of view. And the third area is within the education is the outcome-based education. That's the terminology we are using as student-centered education. So with all these things, I'm quite focused on that. My second area of interest is Six Sigma implementation practices. In fact, Six Sigma with technical methodologies are rather simpler than establishing basically a sustainable program of Six Sigma in organization where routinely it is used is a little more difficult. I've been involved in the last 7-8 years with many organizations, some successful, some not very successful. And one of the reasons I found was the implementation methodologies and the systems approach to adopting the Six Sigma was sometimes not very effective in organizations. So I'm interested in that, and I'm focused on building a contextual arrangement of management and leadership, how this can be a successful program. My third area is strategic quality management and leadership. Just said, so many people are adopting programs like Kaizen and quality circles and best practices or ISO standards and so forth. But in many of these companies, the problem gets stuck in the long term when it comes to sustainable because of the weak aspect of leadership in departmental heads or section in charges or even the top management. So how to build that aspect has been quite interesting for me, and I've been working there. And the fourth area is ISO 9000. Initially, it started with a lot of potential hope. Later on, a lot of criticism came because of 2 main reasons. Sometime ineffective implementation and sometime ineffective auditing as well. So as I also teach these IRCA courses or developing lead auditors and also go to company for the effective implementation. So my focus has been how to strengthen the implementation processes effectively. So these are just few areas where I think I'm quite interested or passionate in these. Now, my developmental activities in the field of quality mainly revolves around PIQC Institute of Quality. I'm the CEO there, and with the mission and with the vision to lead the modern quality movement in the country. And most of my upcoming slides I'll be sharing some of the activities that I'm doing through this organizational development programs. I was also the founding chairman of Quality and Productivity Society of Pakistan. I especially like to thank Dr. Kano, because who motivated me and some of my group associates to build an association of quality managers in Pakistan in 2004. I even went to India. We met him, and his support was tremendous in this aspect. I am also advisor in by AOTS Japan in the Lahore Region Center, which is basically an association who select and send candidates to Japan for training in Japanese industries and so forth. I've been associated with American Society of Quality. I'm a senior member, but I was the chief proctor till few years ago when they shifted the whole program to the automation and IT-based systems. So in PIQC, we've been for the last, say, 15 to 20 years, we've been hosting the certification exams of ASQs. I was for 1 year, 2-3 years ago, I was the chairman of honorary chairman as a board member, and then the chairman of the National Productivity Organization, where we promoted productivity in the country. I'm also grateful to Dr. Ayed Al-Amri and Dr. Al-Awar and Zairi, who established and who were working in the Middle East region as a whole. I was selected, I was a member of the board representing Pakistan for 3 years, and also published chief editor of their magazine, online magazine, which was Quest for Quality. And last one is a very interesting organization in Pakistan by the name of Equip Pakistan, who's only promoting quality among students in the schools. Very briefly, I'll be sharing those things as well. This is the organization through which me and my team members are promoting quality in the country. This is the building, the head office station in Lahore. This photograph is taken before the COVID-19. We can't imagine now this sort of a grouping. So at least for a year or so, this was the new year of this year, 2020, where our faculty members and students gathered together to celebrate the new year. This is just to give you a profile. We established a group of our professionals, established this institute in the private sector in 1991. We have about 25 permanent employees and 40 network of management trainer, consultants, and academicians. Our vision, our mission first is to develop organizations and professionals and human talent in quality excellence through knowledge development, transfer, and application, with a vision to lead the modern quality movement and provide the leadership in the country in the field of quality. We initially started promoting quality through seminars and workshops. Some government organization also shared hand with us, and we promoted throughout the country, especially with the organization called Export Promotion Bureau to promote the export organization with different types of 1 to 5 day courses like quality assurance and TQM in education, SPC, banner scorecard, auditing, ISO 9000, Japanese quality tool, and so forth. But later on, after a few years, we found out that these are not sufficient. These are good for general awareness, but they don't provide much professional credentialing. So in phase 2, we started professional diplomas and certifications with quality assurance, supply chain management and human resource management, environment, health and safety management, software quality management, lean management, and lately, in the last 2 years, we started healthcare quality management. Especially in the healthcare, it's getting quite popular, and this fraternity was not seriously in the field of quality. Now that also has been started. Similarly, in education sector, also the professional dynamics of quality tools and the applications of quality management still weak, but we are trying our best, and it's quite now promoted in the country. So we then found out that quality managers usually do not have credentials or degrees, and even diplomas are not sufficient. So starting from 2007, we collaborated with the local university, and we started a program, developed a program in master's degree in quality management, human resource management, and environment, health, and safety, which is basically weekend-based programs. And so far, I just, yes, it is. 700 students have taken this degree, with 20 batches we have covered so far. This is just to let you know that activities I myself are engaged in or developing through my organization. Similarly, consulting services in quality like Lean, Six Sigma, TPM has been offered to about 200 firms in the last 30 years or so. We've been also conducting conferences and conventions regularly. 13 international conventions on quality improvement since 1995 have been conducted, and 4 national conferences on quality assurance in education. Mr. Janak Mehta and Gregory Watson were present in the last. We always invite one of the IAQ member. Then Dr. Aydal Amri, Shoji Shiba was also there, James Harrington, Arif Kashfi from Iran, Mr. Roland. They were all present and as a keynote speakers in these one of these conferences. This is a special activity we started a year before. This is Best Practices Forum. The forum envisioned to promote best practices. We invite the successful people who have practiced quality tools very successfully in the country. We bring them together. We have developed a forum. It's free for all of them, and it's usually done after every 2 months or so. And they share with them their expertise and especially the implementation processes and the tools and techniques they've been running. So this has been a very successful in promoting or creating the urge to learn or enter into the field of quality. There is one very unique and special activity which is going on here in the country. Is Students Quality Circles, SQCs, which is by the organization called Equip Pakistan. And the vision is to creating a total quality society. Equip stands for empowerment through quality, education, innovation, and productivity. What's unique about it is, as you can see in the lower left side of the picture, small kids are taught on these 7 tools of quality. They then carry out projects for the 3-4 months of activity as group. They learn teamwork, they learn problem solving, they learn statistical tools, and then they present. Like on the upper left, you can see this is the convention. I've been there, going there regularly. We developed their master trainers who teach other teachers in the schools. In every school and every convention, about 60-70 schools participate in these conventions. And it's a very promising activity going on in the country. And one of the unique activity which starts at the age of like 4th grade or 5th grade and goes up to the high school level. Now some universities are also participating in it. They have conducted, this is going on for the last 10 years. And now some universities are also participating in these activities. These are the magazines for which I was chief editor. This is called Quest for Excellence, produced by Quality and Productivity Society of Pakistan. This magazine, since was there in the print shape for the last many years, but then everything has been shifted into the digital mode. So now we are into that. Our current and future projects, basically 2 projects we are working on. One is the database of quality and business excellence, books, research articles, online courses, and other information. We were supposed to launch this in September this year, August, September. And a lot of work has been done. I will be also we are in search of all good quality peer-reviewed information which we can put in the search database. And the second area that we have been working, and we will be working as more organized activity is the metacognition campaign for students, building and promoting excellence in students' learning approaches through various programs of school associations and promoting quality at the schools level. So I will be very happy to collaborate and cooperate or associate myself with the peers such as all of you, and will be I will be looking after learning from all of you in the years to come. Thank you very much, and best wishes to all of you.
Thank you. Any questions from anybody? Yes, Sean? Sean, you had a question? Sean Repry? Okay, Pedro Saraiva?
Well, welcome to the International Academy for Quality and share of the Quality in Education think tank. You must become a member of the think tank, giving your large experience on how to use quality applied to education. And the question I have, I'd like to know more because I think it's a wonderful project. What is the scale of operations of the Students' Quality Circles movement? Is that a national approach? What are the kind of incentives you give to the schools or to the teachers? What has been your experience? Has it been expanding easily? Because I think that's a very nice example for us to learn from.
Yeah, I think it's been expanded very rapidly. First, it was locally held in the northern city called Ahmedabad. It started by the school named Modern Age School. Later on, school association was formed, and only for this, an equipped organization was developed. And every year, the growth in number, now it became the association of one province. And lately, for the last 2-3 years, it has become a national association, now represented by Karachi, Lahore, and Faisalabad, and many other cities also are participating. It's not as fast as it should be, but gradually it's improving, and whoever attends it is very much attracted by the passion that they see in the students, and the students themselves are very passionate. And we have also taken some feedback from the students who go into the field later on, because it's a 10-year-old, and they always remember that this activity of engagement, they provided some sort of a leadership to those students in their general life, and the abilities for the root cause analysis, problem solving, teamwork, these things are built. So I would say a mediator at a intermediate level, it is promoting. But at the private level, that means by the associations of students themselves, by the teachers, by the schools who are gradually building, because as I said, about 500 school students usually participate, student and teacher, with 40, 50, 60 student circles who, even some students have shown presentations on Minitab, for example. They've been using this at the high school level and so forth. And they get very much encouraged by these quality tools.
Thank you. Robert Schmidt.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much. Some of the questions had already been answered concerning the educational level. It was very interesting, and I can only share the experience. If you help people to access these quality issues, then they start running from themselves, because it's a self-enforcing or feedback situation. So thank you very much. I had a very similar question. But another question I had, you have been talking about your involvement in the regional projects and the regional association. How about the internationalization strategies of all the bodies you are in? Is there any connection to the neighbors? For instance, we know that Pakistan is playing a very important role in the overall economic development of the entire region. So, what is the strategy? What is your feeling about the perception of what you're doing?
I guess what I've learned over a period of time, I've been to about 18 countries so far in my professional. I've been to India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, Iran, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and so forth, and Japan also, and Malaysia, and so forth. All these countries. I'm so excited with and passionate about this field that I see the sparks of growth everywhere. You know, especially starting from the Japan. This regional cooperation is rather more strong than the international one because that gets diluted over a period of time because of too long tenures of collecting together. For example, in Saudi Arabia, particularly with Dr. Aida Lambri and his association, when I went, we shared their experiences with each other. They came to Pakistan, we went to Saudi Arabia. There are similar sort of culture and environment and, you know, the phenomena as well. So we learned a lot from each other. We learned a lot from Iranian friends who are working in this. And also the regional aspects. I am now very enthusiastic now to join this group of IAQ with the same hope which you are just mentioning, is to collaborate more at an international level and see the prospect of growth, because it's a mutual learning and mutual development initiative whenever we try to. So we will, from our side, we'll try our best to invite and to learn from groups and take some initiatives which are important for the mutual growth of quality among other countries.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, you're muted.
You had a question, Bob King?
Yes, an observation and a question. It seems to me, the comment first is I'm very happy to see you looking into the educational methodology and working with students to help them think about thinking. And I have a particular interest in you teaching innovation tools as part of that activity. And I've had some experience with a Russian approach called TREES. And around the world, many TREES experts have been trying to get TREES into the university curriculum with much difficulty. MIT in the States has made it a core of their teaching for 20 years with huge success in terms of innovation and so on. So I was wondering if you had any comments on innovation and teaching innovation as part of the education improvement activity.
Well, very interesting. I have to see more about the tool that you have just mentioned about the trees. But this innovation, I suppose, is, I really look at it as a very important aspect, because it's not just solving the previous problems, it's about creating the new dimensions and the new things covering. And I've been, for example, these university professors and teachers, I found once they graduate and they go into the schools and universities, they keep on teaching the same thing which they have been using over years and years and years. And as I meet more aged professors and all that, I find more difficulty in convincing them to use the new tool, even the software tools, for example. So yes, you are right. One of my course is on Udemy. It's about a 9 hours course. It's based on outcome-based education. and quality assurance in education, where I have put a lot of emphasis and a lot of focus and methodologies on creating the innovation in these aspects as well. But I would love to cooperate and associate myself with any of the activity that you are mentioning. And also I would love to receive your material on the trees and to see and also include that aspect in our learning. And whenever we get a chance to see each other, to meet each other, to exchange more views with you and other fellows and friends of IAQs.
Just a quick comment. I'd be happy to follow up with you. And I think there is, the group IAQ needs to really think about the virus challenge internationally, and in our healthcare committee, what we can learn from each other. And in our publication committee, how we can help people use the advanced strategy tools that we teach to create their new organization when we emerge from this. But in the school thing that you're talking about, and I'll conclude, there is a virus in academia. It's called NIH, not invented here.
Yeah, thank you very much for the lovely comment you made.
Liz, may I?
Yes, Janet, please.
Just want to make a comment. First of all, welcome to the Academy, Kamarn.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mehta. You've been very helpful and kind all these years. I can't hear him. The voice is not coming, Mr.
Yeah.
Mehta. Yeah,
Right.
please.
See, the first presentation on Student QC Circle I had seen in 2002 in Harrogate in UK, made by a school from Lucknow in India. And I came back and I checked around. They get about 4,000 or 5,000 people, students participating in such conventions every year. So India, Nepal, Pakistan has been quite active in this field and widely practiced. Thanks, Kamran, for propagating this in Pakistan so successfully. Compliments to you.
Thank you very much. And we have learned a lot from you as well. Thank you very much.
Anybody